This video is going to address the invoice history page. To get the invoice history, go here to Home, the drop down, and select Invoice History. Here we see all the invoices in our history. Let's select South Dakota. On this invoice, the invoice date, invoice number, the name, the tag, the odometer, and some vehicle information, and the total of the invoice. Down here, we have the jobs that were on that invoice. Oil change, check brakes, vibration, stop lamp. This is the totals of the parts, the labor, the tax, and the total of that job. Now, from this invoice section, we can jump over to the customer, or we can jump over to the vehicle, or we can print this invoice from history. Jobs down here, we can select the job. If you want to jump over to the job to see more detail about it, click on Jump to Job. And this shows us our solutions, or instructions, or description of what was done. Gives us the invoice number, gives us the total for this job. Down here it shows us the parts that were used for this job, the labor for this job, the technician, the descriptions. Now there are a couple other ways to view the invoice history. You can go over here to Home, go into an invoice, and right here you'll see the invoice history. Now let's go back and let's go back to invoice history, South Dakota. Let's go and jump to this vehicle. Under the vehicle information, there's a history tab. You'll also find the vehicle history related to this vehicle. Let's jump over to this invoice. And again, you'll see the invoice history here. So it's under the invoice and it's under the vehicle. Now, let's say you wanted to search for a particular job. You wanted to find out when the last time this vehicle had an oil change was. Go over here to Search Job History, and then search Job History. Type in LOF, hit Enter, and that's going to show you all the issues, all the jobs that in the issue said LOF, the solution or description says LOF, any of the parts say LOF, or any of the part numbers have LOF in it. You can select those, and you can also jump to that job to see what parts and what labor were in that job. That concludes the invoice history.